Even if the wind should change and the sky turns grey, we'll still carry on with smiles on our faces, 'cause the one thing that'll never change is feeling free. My name is Raven Husbandes, and I'm a singer-songwriter. And I'll be playing some of my own songs today at the Catweazle Club.
Catweasel has its own special magic.
You never know quite what you're going to get.
As musicians.
Some poetry.
Well, it's unique.
And yeah, Catweasel's ace.
It's definitely the longest running one of itself.
You never quite know what might get thrown at you. I've seen someone strip, which is quite an interesting show to put on.
It's like sort of old-fashioned variety, really.
Fuzzy.
Welcoming.
Inspiring, I think. Inclusive.
A little bit kind of shabby, glamorous.
Pretty much anything goes at Catweasel.
That's what we are. We're an open mic without the mic. We're just open. I'm Matt Sage, and I'm a musician and a songwriter, and my inspiration in setting up the Catweazle Club was a night that I used to attend in Earl's Court at the Troubadour, and it was a very thriving, buzzing, nurturing environment. I really just took an ember from the fire of the Troubadour and started a new fire here in Oxford, and that fire is still blazing. I needed a space like this in order to feel at home, and it wasn't here. I mean, I think that's obvious. Doesn't everything get invented because someone decides that that thing should exist and doesn't? And I thought, well, where's the heart? Where are the people writing songs, and where are all the bedroom minstrels? Where are all the geniuses, in this town, in any town, who weren't bothered about packaging and making pop videos? They were making art, but there's no outlet. There's no forum for these mad makers. I'm one of those, and I wanted to meet all the others.
I'm Bill. I do the door, I make the stage look pretty, and every now and then I get the pleasure of getting up and performing something that I've felt an urge to do. It's completely separate from the rest of my life. I'm a building manager in a nice suit and tie, and this is me in my real world. It's bloody hard crossing that line and facing a bunch of people. I've seen people who've come for ages, and then one day they'll get up and they'll do something that otherwise they wouldn't have done. It helps people evolve. I've heard so many people saying, thank you, because without the space I never would have done this. I never would have had the balls to get up and perform.
One of the things about our ethos, not that it's written down anywhere, is something about suspending your judgment at the door. Like in the Wild West, you'd hang your guns at the door of certain saloons, With the Catweazle Club, you say, well, I'm going to come open. I'm going to allow myself to be surprised by something.
You see that pattern keep on repeating itself in Catweazle, how different musicians play, and then, a few months later you'll see them perform a duo and they've met in there. The audience changes a bit, but there are still people who, like us, have been going there for 10, 15 years, and you feel like you're playing to your home crowd. We're all off travelling and playing gigs other places, and sometimes that can be a thankless task. You come home and you play in Catweazle and it's like, yep, it is home. It feels like a familiar place to land.
Hello, I'm Edward Pope. I've lived in Oxford for a rather long time. When I got up on the stage with this ukulele, I bind myself. Even though I was so bad and it was a really cheap instrument and so on, that the audience absolutely loved it and loved me, kind of exposing myself, as it were. If you can expose yourself and feel relaxed about it, that's almost the art of creating that intimacy of the performance. Shadows in the night, but as we journey on. Quite a lot of the songs I've written and so on have been about personal things in my life, and you see the other performers, blossoming and, a bit about their private lives almost. You're bound to, really, because because they give it away in songs.
Personally, I think the Catweasel is the only place that I've felt that I have been heard by the majority of the, if not everybody, in the room. People do come there to listen and to appreciate.
Listening is an art form. To really listen, I mean, in conversation, in relationship with people, the idea of really being listened to is incredibly powerful. Many of us don't experience that in our lifetimes. The audience, the listener, is giving themselves to you, is really giving you their attention. You better step up to the plate and give them something worthwhile. And one of the, I think, very powerful aspects of coming together in this kind of environment is that you reconnect with yourself and each other through the performer. It's more than just a shared experience. It's a shared experience of something fundamental. There's only one story, and that's the human story. And you'll find it in songs, and you'll find it in poems, and you'll find it in stories, and you'll find it in enactments, but you are resonating with it all the time. The ultimate fairy tale. We human beings have gathered under the stars for as long as we've been here. And what we're recreating on a Thursday night in Oxford is really the same thing. We can't light a fire in the room, so we'll just have a fire coming from the stage that will reflect aspects of the human story to us. But we'll be sitting around that fire, nonetheless, having this profound shared experience.
And it's so